Hi, this is session 3 of Apocalypse Keys. And we are still playing the Lowell Francis mystery. What's its name? Till We Have Faces, its name, exactly. And so far, we have had some light investigating. We have found 5 keys. By we, I mean you, in a complexity 6 mystery. So there's a little bit more room for investigating before we start trying to uncover the door. Because last time I wasn't entirely sure how that works in this game. Here it is that you have these 4 facets: the Harbinger, the Door of Power, the Floral Deaths, and the Status of the Returners. And these are basically in public access. That would be these questions that you have to answer. And here it is that you have to connect at least each of the facets with at least one uncovered key. If you do that in a non-digital form, I think the idea is that in the end you have this mystery board with red lines connecting the keys and the facets. Of course, we can't do that here. We can just copy-paste them under the facets. And so we need to connect at least each facet with at least one key. And we also need to connect the keys, like all the keys with the facets. When I just reread it, I did not stumble over something like this explaining away mechanic. Yeah, I don't know how we deal with that when we get to the problem of maybe having keys that we feel don't super fit the facets. Yeah, we could start a Miro board. That would be cool. The mechanics there are, we have 3 outcomes if we do that. If we overachieve, we arrive at the door, where and whatever that might be. But the Harbinger was quicker than us, and the apocalypse has already started. If we hit it right, we find it just in time, and I create some good opportunity for you to deal with it on your own terms. And if you miss it, you don't find it at all. And as in other emergent mystery games, you then have to grasp for more keys and try again later. And the downside of that is that this doomsday clock will tick if you miss the roll. The doomsday clock, once it is at 6, the apocalypse starts. So you have basically 4. If I don't tick the doomsday clock as a GM move, which I can do at any time and already have done twice, if I don't if I don't tick it, you basically have 4 more rooms for misses. Just so you know where you are. So I guess if we break it down, we are maybe in the midpoint or like last third of the adventure now, I think. And with that, let's choose our impulses. Lady Baptiste, what do you want to do today?
I've marked, did you give in to the temptation of the living and indulge in pleasure or vice?
Oh, sweet. And Rhydian?
Can I just be pointed to that thing again?
Yes,
Sorry.
of course. It is in, it starts in L8, L9, sorry.
Okay, even
impulse.
the last time. Okay, wait. Oh yeah, I did. I remember.
Yeah, it's somewhere else now. Sorry.
Choose one to explore. Okay. Let's do the last. Did you use the emotions or memories of another to create a cruel advantage?
Very nice. Okay.
I mean, I guess by ticking it, well, I guess I'm just going to, yeah. I was just wondering if I tick it, right, then that kind of almost marks it as, oh yeah, I did that, rather than I've chosen this to explore. You know what I mean?
No, not really. Like this is really marks it as this is what you choose to explore.
Cool. Okay.
And then at the end of the session, we come back to that, and then we untick it again.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Because you won't tick the other ones during the session. It's just that one. Okay. Last week's or 2 weeks ago's adventure left us at a conversion point where Lady Baptiste's story and Rhydian's and Nia's story very naturally converge together. And I will maybe describe it from Rhydian's point of view. Rhydian, you ended last session with your vision as you were trying to assume the shape of the missing student and tap into his memories, and it went spectacularly wrong. And you instead tapped into your own, like possibly your own hidden memories, buried memories. And they were memories of you being some sort of hunter or enforcer for some otherworldly being in some other place. I remember you having like stripes on your face, a bit like a tiger, a bit like war paint, and hunting something or somebody. And then you snapped back and you saw that Nia was holding Pao, the student that you were talking to, by his neck and like pushing him into the ceiling and saying, "You won't say anything." And as you watch this and you see that Natalie is getting pale and with shock, and you get a strong sense of betrayal from her too. You see a sword coming out of Nia's chest and moving back in. Somebody apparently who's on the other side of Nia has just stabbed her with a long sword. And you can also see the familiar wafty splendor of Lady Baptiste, who's standing in the general direction of the sword. And as that happens, Nia is looking at that sword, and from the depth of her body comes a deep growl, a growl that sounds like it's coming from the bowels of the earth. And she throws the student away for his sake. I'll say he lands on the bed and and turns around, and in front of her stands this quite muscular, quite tall young woman who looks at Nia and says, "You don't attack my friends in our house." And Nia shifts shape a bit and takes on a wolf-like, a hound-like quality, like this bipedal werewolf shape, with the white color of moonlight, and her ears the red color of blood, and it's almost like it's dripping a bit from her, and she lunges at that woman with a sword.
Have we seen Nia take this form before?
I don't think you do. I don't think you have. Or maybe like in times of real distress. But that is Nia losing control. You both can tell as much.
All right, I'm going to step between Nia and I've forgotten the name of the woman that I was with. Sorry, can you remind me?
You have a bond with her. She should be on your character sheet.
She's a bond with her, that's right.
And Augustina is her name. Augustina.
I was looking for it in the notes, but I wrote it down as a bond instead. That's right. All right. Yeah, I'm going to stand between Augustina and Nia and say, Nia, I know it's irritating to be run through with a sword, but this is a nice friend of ours. She can be very helpful. I need you to calm down.
Mm-hmm. Are you playing some sort of move?
I mean, that's just like fictionally what Lady Baptiste will do. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'm hoping not to unleash the dark. Like, I'm hoping that I can just talk Nia down, and I'm seeing if that seems like it's going to work. So I don't think
Mm-hmm.
that's a move yet.
Yeah. Yeah. It just doesn't seem like Nia is there at all. That hound creature stares down on you. What does she do? How corporeal is your form? Like, could she hurt you with a claw? What do you think?
So, I mean, I think that Lady Baptiste has a lot of control over this and has maybe like solidified a little to try and keep Nia from running right into Augustina. So right now, she probably can.
Yeah, then she just like swipes at you and just like if you were alive and if you had a real body, she would tear you in half. I mean, she still does it, but of course that doesn't hurt you as it would other people. But it does tell you that she doesn't mean business.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I'll reserve my question. My question is, since I have this odd, sharing of feelings with
Yeah.
Nia still, at least
Mm.
I think it is still intact because I did not let it go. Now, my question is, does that mean I also have taken on this rage and like, basically, losing all reason, rationale? Or
No,
does
I
it
don't
mean
think
just
so. I think
maybe affect her?
I think what you feel, rather than this rage and this sense of indignation and trespass, that's also all in there somewhere. But what you feel acutely is more a sense of deep shame
Mhm.
and of what's the way to put that in a noun? Like the sense of having done something so off base and so wrong that you don't know how to deal with that and how to go on. And that is more the sense that you get from Nia through this link. But that does obviously not at all fit with the behavior of the hound.
Well, then the question is if I could even affect the behavior of the hound, if I could affect her emotions.
You could, probably, but what I'm saying is that this link that is still going does not lead to the hound. It leads
Right,
to like Nia and the hound are not the same entity right now.
right. Well, now my question has been answered.
And now that your question is answered, what are you gonna do now?
Well, I was gonna say maybe Shane has.
Oh, sorry. Well, I was going to say Lady Baptiste is going to look to Rhydian like, do you want to do something about this or should I?
Well, I would probably try and affect her one way or another.
hmm
But if I feel this really strong shame, I could imagine that, taking away that shame for a time might help in gaining back agency over her
Oh, that's a good thought.
actions.
hmm
Feeling more empowered to actually do something about it rather than just this very useless feeling.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's a good
Lady
idea.
Baptiste keen for you to try that because I have like a backup plan, which is much like less nice.
And then I thought, because I don't know exactly how the powers of darkness work, right?
They in the end they work like you want them to work.
They
They
work
are vague as they are, like with that purpose in mind.
fantastic because I have creature affinity.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like I'm gonna try and yeah, I think Rhydian's gonna try and sort of communicate with with Nia slash the Hound in whatever way works. In this case, maybe more on a body language level of trying to um how do you say that? Like, get close to the Hound without being threatening in any way, and more sort of trying to show a kind of acceptance,
Mhm.
and affinity, and trying to calm that creature in this, the
Yeah.
way you soothe. Like, I mean, I keep thinking of cats because I have cats at home, but you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, actually touching touching them, but in a very
Yeah.
non-threatening way,
Yeah.
and also trying to reach near in this sort of through this emotional bond we have, and trying to take away some of that shame, like
Yeah.
sort of like whispering quiet words like, hey, it's okay, you're okay.
That is so weird to phrase that as Unleash the Dark, but
I
I think
know.
mechanically it fits the best. Why not just roll for that?
What do I roll? Unleash the Dark, or do I roll my ruin move of where do you end, where do I begin?
You can do either.
Does it make any difference?
The difference is that that for the ruin move you for sure mark one ruin when you use it, and it works automatically.
Uh-huh.
And you can do one of these 6 things here: deepen the shame, lessen it, bring it to the center, shift its nature, shift its target, or remove it for a time.
Right.
And then you feel this intense shame as well, which you're already doing. So you could conceivably, I don't know, like shift the shame somewhere else, or lessen it, as you said. Again, it works automatically, and you automatically mark one ruin. And with creature affinity, that is with Unleash the Dark, you would roll. You don't mark ruin automatically, and then you have if you have for success, you have other kinds of effects, like confuse them, expose a weakness or flaw, gain the upper hand, avoid reprisals, get what you want from them, get past their defenses and inflict condition.
As much as I want to like get more XP, I feel like maybe the unused one that I have not Unleashed the Dark, I haven't done, so I'm gonna do that one.
Okay, then spend your darkness tokens and roll.
Oh yeah, that was also a thing. I completely
And of course, as always, you can spend 0 darkness tokens, and you also have 0 darkness tokens.
Oh yeah, I have 0. Oops. Well, there we go. Wait, where are the conditions that affect me?
The conditions are right next to the darkness tokens. They are in G26 starting.
Okay.
And you are affected by obsessed.
Oh yeah, that was something about last time that I wanted to. Anyway, it's irrelevant now because Gowan isn't here. But I could also think about being defensive if I want to anyway play into that. But
yeah,
maybe.
You could also argue that you ask someone to open their emotions to me.
Meaning?
That is one of your darkness token triggers.
Yes. All right. Well, meaning can I get 2 darkness tokens to spend before I do this?
You can get 2 to 4. It's your decision.
Let's say I get 3 from this. I feel like that is appropriate. I'm sorry for all of the mechanical questions.
No, it's all good.
At some point, I will feel more.
Don't worry about it.
In control. Okay, so I guess I can't even remember what. I guess I'm just gonna spend what?
Okay. Then you have 2 left.
Let's just hope for the best. We don't
and
want
then
to
that's 2d6 plus 1 then.
Right, so that is a 9 with my +1.
Sweet. Okay, so on an 8 to 10, you wield the darkness with control and ease. Choose 2. Get past their defenses, inflict a condition. And inflict a condition is basically this is what you want to do in a combat situation. Because conditions are basically hit points in this game. Get what you want from them. Avoid reprisals, harm, or cost. Gain the upper hand for now. Expose a weakness or flaw. Confuse them for some time.
Right. Yeah.
Which 2 do you choose?
Got to choose get what you want from them and avoid reprisals, harm, or cost. Boring, yet effective.
What is it that you want from them?
I want the Hound to calm down and, stop attacking Augustine or anyway,
Augustina?
and Nia to like not feel as much shame as she does currently.
Yeah.
Basically to gain control again over herself, if that is possible.
Yeah, let me just quickly think about it. And think about what that means in mechanical terms. That you have this harbinger still running around with both her conditions unchecked, but being talked off the edge a little bit. So I think what happens is that I imagine it to be this the sun is setting low moment in the Avengers movies, where you're like going like, hey, it's you don't need to do all this. You don't need to kill people. And the Hound goes down on its four legs and looks at you and turns around and like it will not lie down and show you its belly, but it like turns around and runs away. So you still don't have Nia back. The Hound is still running loose, but the immediate danger to, most importantly, Natalie, but also to the students that are in the room with you is over.
Too bad. I wanted to cuddle the Hound.
Should we try and stop them? Stop her?
I guess we could try.
I mean, we could try, but do we want to try is really my question. Do we think that she's going to be okay off by herself in Hound form? Or do we think that we're about to, in an hour from now, we're going to hear about terrible giant cosmic dog attacks on the other side of town?
I mean, I feel like, well, depending on what the GM's telling me, the keeper is telling me, I feel like Rhydian will feel kind of confident that that they've like managed to calm the Hound down enough, and just that maybe like Nia just needs some time to like get over this incident and isn't ready to face other people.
Well, you are the expert on emotions, so I defer to your judgment.
So if you're asking me for some more insight to the mind of the Hound, is then I can tell you that it is a like an ancient Chthonian creature, and it does have its needs, and among those needs is to bring people to their right places, and it will start doing that before long. And it's like you can pet a cat until it shows you its belly, but it will kill birds, and it will rip open the cat food bag and bite holes in your milk carton when you're not looking.
Not all of them apparently, but mine also. Including once a soap refill thing. So now I know. Anyway, sorry, that's not the whole topic. On the question, so out of character, well, doesn't it also make sense that we now, even if we tried to go after the Hound, we would not really catch up with it because, well, the player isn't here. So
no, we're dealing not with Nia right now. We're dealing with with Dormach, with the Hound.
Let's just leave it. We'll wrap up this whole mystery. We'll get us, Nia, the Hound, everyone out of here before we even need to think about it. I can't see how this plan could possibly go wrong.
What could possibly go wrong? Exactly. I to be honest, I also just think we're probably not fast enough because this is a four-legged beast.
Yeah, I think you underestimate our abilities, but all right.
I think so too.
All right, I'm gonna turn to Augustina and just try and see how she's doing. Is she how does she look after that incident?
I think she looks at Rhydian with a sense of, have I seen that person before? In her eyes, and like carefully or tentatively the right word, sheathes the sword, and like, yeah, I'm okay. Natalie, how are you? And Natalie's standing in the corner, like, I'm okay too.
Natalie's fine. seen this kind of thing before. Don't worry about her.
Thanks for
Occupational hazard.
helping when you did. That was dangerous. And then they go over to Pao. And Pao seems hurt from that whole thing. Then Natalie calls the ambulance. Says like, yeah, no, he's not doing well. Need to get him to the hospital. You two better catch that hound. Who knows what it will do running around attacking students like it just did.
I mean,
you brought it here.
sure. In her defense, she was just trying to protect me.
Nia's always been a bit of a handful, but that's fine. Maybe we could catch up later. Could I get your phone number, Augustina?
Yeah, sure. And she takes a phone, puts her number in. I'm assuming you have a phone that you enter. Does the 400-year-old mist lady have a phone?
Just in the pockets of my cape, I guess.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take care of the hound. You take care of Pow, and maybe we'll catch up later.
Yeah.
Have a yearning to give in to the temptation of the living and indulge in pleasure or vice. Lady Baptiste's very direct when it comes to picking up. All right. Rhydian, are you still emotionally connected to the hound? Can we find it that way?
No, I'm kind of emotionally connected to Nia, not really the hound.
But they share the body, so
they share the same body, so I don't know if it works like a find my phone situation.
I
think it does. Yeah. I mean, it's your powers in the end. It's your decision. I don't want to prescribe that.
I mean, sure.
Can you fly?
I don't think so.
Sorry?
I said fly? I don't think so. Like flight
Can you fly? I'm asking if we can fly after the hound. I'm not sure what your powers are.
I mean, wait. I wonder, theoretically, I might be able to embody something that can fly.
Well, I can fly. I don't even have feet. Of course, I can fly. Why don't you try that? It'll be quicker.
Because a man of 1,000 faces.
Yeah.
I could try and just embody Lady Baptiste, which might be slightly weird.
Also,
I don't think it's so bad.
Also, you have the power of darkness, power absorption.
Yes, I do. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
But also,
this form for a little while, and we'll get off to the hound.
Mm-hmm.
Just be twinning.
Yeah. Wonder how that works mechanically. Like if we still have to roll Unleash the Dark, I don't think we do, because you don't want to gain the upper hand or anything, or get past defenses. You're just using your power of darkness, but not to hurt anybody. I don't think you need to roll for that.
Yeah, that it works like masks, where just using your superpowers doesn't require a roll, but using them in like an unusual or excessive or incredible ways is what requires.
Yeah. I also think that like the Unleash the Dark is specifically for hurting people, or like to forcing people to do something.
Oh yeah, but there's power through darkness, which is the
given almost freely, right? Rather than I'm not taking it. It's more like, oh, let's share this.
Yeah, I'll share.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like the idea actually of using power through darkness. When you push the limits of your supernatural powers, training to do the extraordinary or avert imminent danger, and the argument there would be like just stealing the power. It's probably not that much of a problem, but taking that power with the amount of precision to not hurt Lady Baptiste. I think this is where the art comes in. And therefore I think power through darkness would be warranted. And it also fits with the effects on an 8 to 10. You use your power with great precision and effect, changing the situation before you. This is what we want to do. Additionally, you get a golden opportunity or a bond with someone that fits so perfectly.
True, I guess. I mean, you're the keeper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, please do.
Rhydian very specific instructions about how to do this. I'm going to like condense my vaporous form to a particular point where it will be the least dangerous for me if you were to if you were to absorb my powers, if something was to go wrong. I'm doing this because I gain darkness tokens when I ask someone to follow my instructions. So
Cool.
I'm just
Yes.
racking up some darkness tokens.
Nice.
Perfect.
Okay. Then spend darkness tokens and roll.
Okay, give me a sec. What do I spend? What do I spend? I'm just gonna go with my very conservative spending one darkness token approach and see where that gets us. It's unfortunate.
What do you have?
I have 11 because I spent one darkness token too many.
Well, good thing you still have bonds with Lady Baptiste. And we
What?
also just so on an 11 plus, you're on the edge of disaster. Choose one. Mark a condition to exert better control of over your powers, or let the keeper tell you how the situation is not under your control. If you want to eat that, then be my guest, or you could also spend a bond with Lady Baptiste to bring it down to an 8 to 10, where you get the golden opportunity and handle it with great precision and effect.
What is more fun?
Depends on what you want to go with.
What would you like?
The having the situation not under your control is more fun now. But spending the bond gives you the opportunity to reveal something of your shared past. So there's some character building in there.
Let's spend the bond, shall we?
Okay. So
That's just done to him.
for some reason I mean the thing about bonds is just that you basically narrate a little vignette about your shared past. But I always feel like there's something more special to that, and that always makes it a bit insecure. So I will just quickly look that up again real quick. But that is what it is, really.
Do you know what I find interesting, though?
Mm-hmm.
The move also says if I then have 8 to 10, I also... Oh, no, wait. Okay, so additionally, the keeper may offer you a reprieve, a golden opportunity, or a bond with someone, which may mean theoretically I could just gain the bond back.
You could if you want to. So bonds represent friendships, rivalry, and influence. Who is that with that? You can... that's a tangent. And it's not even a good one because I can't remember what game it was. But there's one game where you can spend a resource to get the resource back. Anyway, bonds represent friendships, rivalry, and influence. Your social connections and history help ground you, guide your actions, and are generally a positive influence. Bonds help you temper and control your supernatural powers. They represent how you support each other in the face of the apocalypse. If you have a bond, you can spend it, reduce its number by 1 to gain +1 or -1 to your roll. Bonds are spent after making the roll, and multiple bonds can be spent on a single roll. And now, spending bonds represents leaning on a Spending bonds represents I'll try again. Spending bonds represents leaning on shared memories or how a character helps in the moment. When a bond is spent, it does not destroy or undermine a relationship. And we already had the little description of how Lady Baptiste helps. But if you want to also share a memory, then be my guest. Technically, you already satisfied the bond, but doesn't hurt.
I would love to hear when it was that Rhydian realized that Lady Baptiste is in love with them without Lady Baptiste noticing. I would love to know some more about that scene, that moment of realization, because that could be really interesting. Although I have to also admit, I do not have a clue.
I mean, I don't know exactly, but I wonder if you just noticed that I'm not mean to Rhydian like I'm mean to everyone else that we encounter.
Is that all, just not being mean?
It's a lot.
I love it. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but the question is, were you always not mean, or did you stop being mean at some point after I joined Division?
I mean, I wonder if it's something about the shape or color of the vaporous form that signaled to you that Lady Baptiste had feelings for you. Like maybe she is not in total control of how her vapors appear at times, and they, I don't know, like formed the shape of a heart or something in a tense moment between you.
Well, and she was unaware of it.
Yes, fully oblivious.
My God, that's hilarious. Yes, why not? And then suddenly she stopped being mean, or like what I mean, just like the little digs stopped happening. Maybe at some point she even made a cup of tea or something. When
Well, let's not get too crazy.
All right,
Okay.
we just offered the biscuit tin.
Okay. Would you like a reprieve, a golden opportunity, or a bond with someone?
What is a reprieve or a golden opportunity?
I would say a reprieve in this case would be something like that. The Hound does not immediately start transporting people to and fro and attacking people. And a golden opportunity would be that you get her in a like somewhat advantageous position for you, depending on how you want to play it. But maybe we can narrate ourselves there. So you steal a little bit of power from Lady Baptiste, and you soar into the sky, and you notice, Rhydian, as you fly out the window, that the city has changed in the past. I don't know how long you've been in that room. Hour at the most. And that starting at a place under the cathedral, it seems to spread from there. The city has been overtaken by vegetation. All the trees are in unnaturally big bloom. There are roots and ivy climbing up all the buildings. There's grass coming out of every crack, and there are these really oversized daisies growing everywhere. And from the air, you can see that again that this starts at the cathedral and gets lighter and lighter the further out it goes. And the Hound is, what is the Hound doing?
And we see like a trail of destruction, or like,
No, not really. Interestingly,
of the flora.
Oh, the flora.
Like a trail.
And it's not so much a trail. It's more what's a good English word? Expansion. You know, like it's growing outwards. But of course,
or the grass where the plants have been sort of pushed aside.
Yeah, of course, and also like where the roots and the plants have just like cracked the sometimes millennia old stonework.
Oh, sorry, no, I just meant in the wake of the Hound running through. That's what I was thinking of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's not what you can see. Okay. The Hound does. We would expect that, yes, but there is no like big like cut through the wilderness that you can see. And as you follow the Hound, you get the sense that it is kind of blimping in and out of places. It seems to be teleporting.
Oh, great!
I don't like that.
And currently, it is in the Latin Quarter. That is a bit to the south of the university. Not much. It's still very walkable, the city. And you don't have to fly for long. Just like a 5-minute flight, if that. And you can see, you can sense the Hound in an alleyway, and it's all very narrow alleyways there. And as you come closer, maybe you land on the roof, and you can see from above. You can see it cornering a young man who is afraid. You can sense that, but it's it's the the flavor of fear of somebody who is found out, or somebody where the debt collectors finally come. Like this expected kind of fear,
I wonder,
tinged with relief.
do we even want to rescue him?
I don't think we're rescuing him. I think we're rescuing Nia, right?
Yes.
So
Fine.
we can still kill this guy. That's fine. But I'm gonna, I don't want to mess around. I don't want Nia to get hurt. I still think she's in there somewhere. So I'm gonna use my new ruin move, the Corridor of Doors. I have been with Division long enough that they've trusted me with a secret. Over the years, Division has managed to collect ancient doors of power and place them within a metaphysical space of highly volatile energy. Each door exists within a fluctuating state of open and not open, locked and unlocked. So I can allow the Harbinger, I don't know how to say that word, within you to access the Corridor of Doors and unlock a door. I'm going to unlock the door of the twin moons, of gravity and stars, of darkness and void. I'm going to mark 2 ruin, so whatever is behind the door acknowledges my power and control, and will obey my commands for a time before returning to the Corridor of Doors. And I'm going to tell, what I want from the Door of Twin Moons is a tiny little local black hole that the Hound can just fall into for a while. Inescapable gravitational pull of a tiny black hole.
Mm-hmm.
The natural dog kennel.
And you're marking the 2 rune, right? Or the 1?
Yep. Yes, 2 ruin.
Okay. Okay, then you hear that voice in the back of your head. And it's like 2 voices speaking in unison. And going, yes, World Eater, we will do as you say, because when the time comes, you will join us. And then the door opens under the floor, and you can see them both falling down. And it's not like like in Looney Tunes where you have like a black plane on the floor. It's more like the cobblestones are being pulled downwards and are crashing through layers and layers and layers of city, and with them the Hound and the guy, and then they disappear.
Oh, the guy also.
Yeah.
Well, you tried.
I tried.
Hey, listen, my mind immediately went to some absolutely heinous crime that he's committed or something on campus. So.
And from your other shoulder, you hear Lady Death go like, "Fair play."
Oh, there's supposed to be an angel on one shoulder. So I'm supposed to be equal encouragement from both sides. Lady Baptiste has got no chance. Well, Rhydian.
Okay. So that Harbinger is. Yep. What do you want to do now?
Rhydian is probably still a bit flustered from the rush of flying. I'm not sure if they've done that before, but even if they have, it's still kind of a novelty.
Mm-hmm.
And now very flustered at what happened. What the hell did you do? Where did you put Nia?
Somewhere safe.
Somewhere safe? That's where you lose things. When you put your keys in the place. I'm sorry.
I mean, I thought about all the options. I thought about, serpents and monsoon and spite and rage and necromancy. And
Wow.
a little black hole was the best I could do without really hurting her.
You really just do have to get all dramatic so quickly, don't you? Just there's no half measures or any kind of moderation with you.
Well, we both tried talking her down and it didn't really work.
Fair enough. Well, how do we get her back?
I think we'll work that out later.
Oh, great. Okay. So you don't know.
The Door of the Twin Moons is a good friend of mine. We'll be happy to do what we tell them. perhaps I'll slowly come closer to apocalyptically destroying the world. But other than that, there's no real issue about any of this.
Can I still feel Nia, or has she sort of disappeared from my
That's a good question.
emotional
What do you
radar?
think, Shane?
I mean, I dropped her into a black hole. I feel like that's pretty far away.
I think
But
so
maybe
too.
we're physically close. I don't know.
He's probably not on this plane anymore.
Yeah, that's probably also why the reaction was so strong then. That makes sense. Like, what? It just disappeared? Like,
Oh yeah, I mean that has to create quite some whiplash, right? Like this emotion just disappearing from one second to the other, even if it's a negative emotion like shame.
you know, especially having used it to locate her, so you're like
Yeah,
concentrated on that, and suddenly,
yeah.
it's
Oh, yeah, that's harsh. I'm going to take the doomsday clock.
wonderful.
So you're halfway through, and what happens now? And I will invite you to listen to a particular song with me, and that is from Felix Mendelssohn in his piece A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's Nocturne. And I learned the other day that I can just invite you to listen along with me, so I will do that. Invite to listen along.
Oh, is that the Discord thing with Spotify?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have Spotify.
Oh, you don't have Spotify? Yeah, no, never mind.
No
It's
money.
not super important either. Anyway, the point is that the bells of the cathedral suddenly ring out a loud, slightly discordant, and kind of down-tuned melody, and I think at least Lady Baptiste, being as old as you are, and also being as cultured as I think Lady Baptiste is, you do recognize this is not a melody that is usually ringing out from church bells. It is, as I said, this nocturne from Mendelssohn's Midsummer Night's Dream. It's an oddly specific melody to be played on a church bell. And it is ringing through the city. And as it does, you can see that there is another spurt of growth in all the plant matter.
I think we need to wrap this up before the whole city's a forest.
I will. Oh, and also, sorry, talking past the mic. Also, I just noticed that it's 33 past the hour. How about we have a little break, eh?
Yeah, great.
And Sina, I know you don't like the short breaks. Let's do 10, 15. What do you say?
Sounds good. 10 sounds good to me.
Then let's do
good for
10,
me.
and we'll meet back 45.
Cool. I found it on YouTube, so I'm listening
Okay.
there.
Again, it's not super important, but for a little flavor. So you are on that rooftop. Lady Baptiste just opened a yawning chasm in the floor of that alleyway, and the bells rang. In this dun-dun, dun-dun, that is this like one of the motifs in that piece.
Well, Rhydian, I think that either we should go to that bell tower and try and find whoever was ringing those bells, see if we can find something there, or we should go and talk to Father Maratta, maybe see if he knows anything about what all is going on, or we should go and get recklessly drunk and not think about this until morning.
As much as I'm tempted by that last suggestion, I think maybe if we don't want this place to turn into a jungle by tomorrow, we should probably try and get on top of it. I mean, wasn't Father Maratta the guy who's not happy about our involvement?
Yeah, he's the head of the Returners program, and Natalie told you. I mean, you don't know it from the horse's mouth. It's just Natalie told you that he is not super happy about Division's involvement, but you haven't actually spoken to him yet.
I mean, just from pure thrill seeking, I would just like to fly to the bell tower. But
All right.
That is for sure the more cinematic option.
Well, lead the way.
yeah, cool. It's like I feel like Rhydian is, despite the drama of it all, is just very much enjoying the wind blowing through their hair.
Mhm. Yeah.
Love it.
Okay. So you fly over to the bell tower and land there, and yeah, I know what you find. As you land up there in the, let me just quickly look up the Catedral de Barcelona, so I have a visual cue as what that looks like. Oh, it's these Gothic spires. Well, that's a great image. The last one, super small. And yeah, you land there, and up there on the spire, and you will take some darkness token. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And let's just remember the sensorial experiences in that situation, right? It's in the middle of the night. I think maybe towards midnight. It is still very warm because it's in the middle of summer, and the air is very, very heavy and thick, as it would be with all that plant growth, and then very fragrant and floral. So it is actually quite pleasant in a weird way to stand up there where the breeze from the ocean is cooling you down a little bit, and in the light that comes up from the street lights, as you land, you see just for a second, you see a shape of a quite broad-shouldered man with huge antlers. Just the shadow on the opposite wall, and then a car drives by, and the light changes, and the shadow is gone, and you're alone on the tower. Do you want to grasp for keys, or is there anything else you have in mind you would like to do there?
I mean, the antler guy seems like maybe I would want to follow him.
I mean, you were into the flying, right? The tower was just a convenient destination, so flying off after the antler guy doesn't seem out of character.
It's not that there was a guy who was flying somewhere. It was just you landed and you saw that shadow on the wall, and then the shadow was gone.
Okay. I feel like, yeah, if it was just a shadow, I would try and see where the source of that shadow was,
Mm-hmm.
and whether I could see somebody running off or ducking away or whatever.
Yeah. Let me just quickly open up my handwritten list of clues.
One of my powers of darkness is shadow magic, so maybe I could just the shadow which way he went.
Ah, sweet. Mm. I love these moments. Yeah, go ahead. That is, I guess that is Unleash the Dark. Yeah, get what you want from them is in there. Expose the weakness is in there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if the shadows count as someone that I'm trying to enforce my will on. I mean, this might just be
like it wasn't a second ago, but since you brought the shadow control in, I'm gonna say it is.
Well, I'm just gonna add 2 darkness tokens and roll.
Oh, can I just ask? Did you offer reprieve, a golden opportunity, or a bond with someone?
Yeah, the golden opportunity was landing on top of the Hound and having the first go, and you used it.
Cool.
Oh, that is a 14.
14.
Double sixes plus 2.
Your control falters and you go too far. Choose one, but the keeper describes an unintended consequence. Okay, which one do you choose? Which one of the normal effects?
Well, I guess I'm gonna choose get what you want from them, and what I want from them is to know which way the antlered man went.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you get a sense that they, in a way, they went nowhere. It is more that their shadow bled through from another place. It's a case of a weak membrane, if you will. And the unintended consequence is, I think, that as you muck around with the shadows, you accidentally rip apart that membrane. And where a second ago there was that shadow that then disappeared when the light changed, now there he stands. And let me upload a photo. Just a second. There he stands, and he is a good 2.5 meter tall, and built like a not a Greek god, but more like an American god, with these
America.
huge antlers, a very meticulously shaped beard, and he exudes a very curated sense of regal splendor. And he looks at Rhydian and cocks his head and says, "Didn't expect to find you here, my pet."
Do you two know each other?
Do I know this guy? Or is this
I
from-
don't think you remember him.
I don't know how to respond other than like somebody at a party who's got some unwanted attention, going like, "Excuse me, do we know each other?"
Let me just quickly check the safety sheets that I'm not going too far here in some way. So I guess what I am doing now veers into emotional abuse or manipulation. So stop me if, and that's an ask first. So stop me if we're going too far there.
Probably fine, given that I'm also actually playing a character who is all about emotional manipulation.
Because as he looks at you, you get the sense of like he projects an authority over you that is somewhere between child and parent, dog and master, and soldier and general. And that is a physical thing. You know, you don't remember who that guy is, but your body remembers.
How does that show itself?
That is for you to decide.
I think maybe, given that I do not know the nature of this, what's it called? This connection or whatever, it might probably just show in this sort of immediate sense of somewhat like, how do you say that? Oh, how do you say that? Like deference of some kind. So Rhydian sort of like, casts down their eyes and sort of feels very, just the whole body language changes. Well, before there was this whole thrill and being very like exuberant and all of a sudden feeling very like, words escape me today.
That's all good.
Well, Lady Baptiste is gonna feel a kind of way about Rhydian, like knowing this hot guy in this mysterious deferential fashion. And I'm gonna take some darkness tokens for feeling ignored or unimportant.
And he steps forward, and he seems to be ignoring Lady Baptiste for the moment. Yes, you can take more tokens if you want. And steps towards Rhydian and says, "I thought you had run away, but there you are, seeking me out, even bringing me over. I am pleasantly surprised." And he steps closer and stretches out his hand.
And Rhydian probably feeling still very, very intimidated.
And the sense that you get with your emotional powers is that there is genuine surprise and also genuine joy to see you.
Rhydian very timidly just like reaches out their hand and takes his hand. And I'm taking more darkness tokens because I'm reacting with uncertainty and cowardice.
Very cool. Very cool.
Not necessarily clever, but there we
go. He takes your hand and pulls it a bit closer, and he says, I can feel that you are frustrated and that you feel defeated. What has happened? Can I help you?
Like, who are you? How do we know each other? What is?
That's a good point. I think this is as you ask him, who are you and how do we know each other? You sense a shift in him, and he takes a half step back, and you feel that something in that question kind of unmoored him a bit, and he's like, I'm your lord. I'm Lord Oberyn of the Fae, and you are welcome back at my court.
I know of Lord Oberyn of the Fae, or do I not know this? Do I just know it from like culture, you know?
You like I will, at some point, it is your decision how much you remember. But I will say, I think it would make sense that memories to this part of your life are kind of tied to the darkness, right? Because what the darkness demands of you is to meet my cruel maker.
Uh-huh.
And I don't want to definitively say that he is your cruel maker, but at least in my mind, he is a hot contender for that post. So we are in darkness territory here.
Cool.
But I will leave it to you. Meanwhile, because you said pop culture, of course, Lady Baptiste, right? You recognize the Midsummer Night's Dream, and you also know that Lord Oberyn is one of the central characters in that play. And sorry. And I was just I was about to phrase that as a descriptor, but let's go with a scene setting question instead. What is the detail that on him as he is standing there in front of you that you for sure recognize from a play of Midsummer Night's Dream that you saw once, like where he looks like he stepped off the stage?
I think that the style of the grooming of his facial hair really reminds me of the fashion amongst actors in the early 1800s. That's the first thing that I recognize.
Yeah, that's great. And and totally could have seen them back then.
I just looked to Rhydian, like, are you okay? Do you want some backup here? Like, how do you want to handle this?
I think Rhydian looks at you very uncertainly, sort of like, weirdly intimidated by this guy, that maybe in a way that you haven't really seen from them.
Okay, well, that will definitely trigger Lady Baptiste's protective feelings. So Lady Baptiste will just snort derisively as he claims to be Lord Oberyn and say, I've been on this planet longer than I care to remember, and I've met at least, quickly counting on her vaporous fingers, 7 fools claiming to be Lord Oberyn, and those antlers are among the tackiest that I've seen thus far. So back across your shadowy membrane and stop bothering my friend, thank you.
Do you want to give that a little oomph by unleashing the dark?
Yeah, I do. So I'm going to spend 2 darkness tokens and roll again. That's a 12. So take 2 bonds to bring that down to control.
I mean, if not, I also have an idea of how Rhydian would react after you have sort of stepped into.
I mean, it doesn't seem like going too far would be the worst thing in the world right here. So, yeah, I think I'll just let it stand. So I'm just marking off the darkness tokens. And I will gain the upper hand for now.
Okay. So what does 11 plus do? You control fortress and you go too far. Choose one, but the keeper describes the unintended consequence. And you chose gain the upper hand for now. So, that is juicy. That is juicy. Let me just think about that for a second. So you told him that he should fuck off behind the veil again?
Well, I was a little more delicate about it, but basically, yeah.
Yeah. And then I get to describe an unintended consequence. And So he is he looks weirdly hurt by his comment by your comment about his antlers, and he's like touches his antlers first and then thinks better of it, and then he looks back to Rhydian and says, "I hope you did not summon me for this."
I think, can Rhydian do something before, in case I don't know exactly what your unintended consequences are supposed to be. Can Rhydian do something?
Absolutely.
Feeling like his weird hold over them has been, I don't know, at least temporarily weakened because of Lady Baptiste's fantastic dig. I think Rhydian will try to sort of glean some sense of what is going on, but not beneath the surface with him, with the guy. Also having seen the slight sort of weakness, you know, it's the self-consciousness.
Yeah.
And I would like to play the "You Can't Hide Your Heart from Me" move.
Oh, sweet. Do that.
Okay, so should I read it for a moment?
Sure.
So, you're sensitive to the surface thoughts and strongest feelings of those around you. When you deepen your senses, spend darkness tokens and roll. I'm gonna spend 2. Because why not? Let's see. That is a 12.
On an 11 plus,
If
their
we were
mind
playing a
bleeds.
different game, we'd be rolling so well tonight.
Love it.
On an 11 plus, their mind bleeds into yours. Choose one of the above, and they will choose to ask you as well. The keeper tells you how their heart is corrupted by your power. Gain 1 bond with them.
Oh, I love that. All right. I would like to know, what are you truly afraid of?
That is a very good question. I think on that very deep level that you can go with that move, I think what he is the most afraid of is completely losing himself, more than he already has. So what are you afraid of?
Stuff.
Oh no, I can choose one. I don't have to ask you the same one. Let me see. What do I want to know? Yeah, of course. How can I make you trust me?
Question. By revealing something about I don't know how do you say it, a crucial memory that I've lost, maybe.
And I think he would. Sorry. You go first.
Apparently, you tell me how my power corrupts his heart. Like bond with this person and the guy.
And as you ask him what he is afraid of, and he tells you I'm afraid of losing myself even more than I have. You see, and both of you can see that, you see a physical change in him. And that change is that his preposterously big antlers are shrinking a bit, and from the base of the antlers there are like thorns spiraling around the antlers. He is shrinking a bit in his entire frame. He's not as ridiculously jacked anymore. His beard is growing a bit longer and a bit more unkempt.
Get dad bod.
Yeah. And he looks in a way more real than he did before. And you gain a bond with him. And I'm wondering if it is still that guy or if it's somebody else you get the bond with. Let's say it's still Lord Oberyn you get the bond with. But you can see that he has already changed after your exchange, and I think he's still holding your hand, and he says, "Yes, I can help you." Is there anything specific that you would like to know?
Good question. What happened before I left? Before I, disappeared from your court, yeah.
Before you left my court, you betrayed me. I think you you grew restless. You've been the captain of my honor guard for an eternity. Time works differently in the Fae, and you grew restless, and I did not see that in time. And one day you just left. You left, and you took Dormach with you.
Who's that? Sorry.
The Hound.
Oh, it's the Hound.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I've been looking for both of you ever since.
Me and Rhydian are now confused. Because is that also then Nia, or is the Hound something?
The Hound is this entity that Nia fused with. When Nia was betrayed by her comrades in the Second World War,
Right.
and she was about to be sacrificed.
Okay. So maybe at
and
that point the Hound had already disappeared from Lord Oberyn's court.
mhm.
Fascinating. Not sure how much that makes me trust the guy, but
Time works differently in the Fae.
when was this? That's probably a useless question.
It is a useless question insofar as he doesn't really have a firm grasp on time in our world. So all he can say is it was a long time ago. A long time ago.
Okay. I don't know what to say. I think Rhydian is utterly perplexed.
Mm.
Well, then Lady Baptiste is going to interject if there's a pause and say, look, we're not here for a history lesson. What do you know about all of this? So I'm trying to grasp at keys by asking Oberyn if he knows anything about what's happening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Make your roll.
Also, how have I corrupted his heart?
By making him revert back to an older version of himself.
The less Marvel movie one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So I rolled a 5. So on a 7 minus, I find more than I was ready for. I can choose to mark ruin to uncover a key, but in doing so, the keeper will reveal how you come closer to becoming a harbinger. So I'm definitely going to mark move to get a key. Sorry, mark ruin to get a key.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then let me just quickly look at my my list of keys. Yeah, and you like ask him what all this is, and he steps to the edge of the steeple and looks down on the city and and says, "Oh, it's rather beautiful, isn't it? It looks like my realm. I think my realm might be bleeding over into yours." And the clue that you get is a mural that that catches his eye, and he reads it, and look over there, and he reads it out to you. Ancestral grief becomes narrative tragedy. Narrative tragedy becomes a cautionary tale. A cautionary tale becomes a horror trope. A horror trope becomes a content package. A content package becomes background noise. And at the core, a woman still weeping. The story still misremembered. And he's like, oh, that is witty. And then he turns around and says, but you asked me to leave, so I will. And takes a little bow. And I don't know how he makes his exit. I guess
parlor trick. It's like twirling around in a sorry. Like cloud.
Yeah, no, actually that is very good. That fits with the stagecraft theme. Yeah. He turns around and does this motion, and there's a and he disappears in a cloud of smoke. And the clue, I'm gonna write it into the
Gonna ask
thing, is a song lyrics / mural about the commodification of grief / myths.
Fantastic. Would you sorry, post the actual words into maybe our group chat?
I have. Oh, in the chat, yeah. I can also post them in the chat. They're already in the character keeper. But I can post them. Oh, you mean the oh, okay. I don't have that in digital, but I will quickly write it, type it down in the chat. Yeah, the actual text. Yeah, it's ancestral grief
Fascinating.
becomes narrative tragedy, and I imagine it. If you want to have a idea of what that song that it's lifted from, the totally fictional song might sound like, I imagine it like a band from Hooray for the Riff Raff. Like a not folk, blues, country, politically conscious band. A cautionary tale.
Brilliant.
And somebody wrote these lyrics on a big mural.
Well, Rhydian, I feel like that's enough work for one night.
I mean, I feel like Rhydian's not gonna argue with you, and probably come back to the whole, like, your third option, the whole getting drunk. I could really use a drink right about now. This, I was not banking on this sort of experience.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to text Augustina and see if she can suggest a bar or club or something like that. But if she doesn't get back to me quickly, then we're just going to find somewhere we can get wasted. That's my thinking.
Cool.
Just give me a second. Okay. You're messaging Augustina for a bar. That is I think this is a good organic point for a second break, actually.
Mm-hmm.
How about we meet back 35? Okay. See you then.
35, cool.
12 minutes.
See you then.
We left the characters as they were calling Augustina, and were planning to have a night on the town. And Augustina gives you the name of a nice bar, also in the Latin Quarter, and that's where you meet. And I think you're maybe a bit earlier than her, because you're already around the corner, and you're also already ready to go. And you arrive at that bar, and as you arrive there is a guy sitting at the bar, dark skin, black, like a luscious black beard and black curly hair, loose-fitting clothing and dark sunglasses. And as you step in, he looks at you, and you notice, no, he's not looking at you. He's looking past you, whereas Rhydian cannot, but Lady Baptiste can see. Lady Death is standing, and that guy looks directly at Lady Death. And for a second, you can see like two red embers glowing behind his dark sunglasses. And then he catches himself and, shifts his concentration, his focus back on the beer that's in front of him. And Lady Baptiste, you hear a amused little chuckle from Lady Death to your left.
Your mic is still mute, Shane.
Thank you. First of all, I'll just tell Rhydian, like, there's a man at the bar who can see death. I don't like it. She doesn't normally. I thought that just the two of us had a thing going. Quite rude.
Oh, wow. Okay. Do you want to go elsewhere, or?
No, I think this will be fine.
Right.
Can't see what could possibly go wrong.
Okay.
And I wish up to the bar and order us. I don't know. I don't drink in real life, so I can't even think what we drink. A Long Island iced tea.
Mm-hmm. The bar. Sorry?
What's the drink of the day in this version of Barcelona? Maybe we should drink some local specialty. Please don't let
the locals will usually just what is a local beer from Barcelona.
I just have my Australia. They're not going to have mahogany. Let's just have wine.
Yeah, it's not super important either. So, but to answer the question, yeah, like they have a because they are in an area of the city that is frequented by students. They have a selection of local beers, and they have, of course, also cocktails and wines. So they can definitely accommodate you there. And as you're going to the bar, Lady Death is like, no, don't worry, little one. That guy worked for me for a few. The guy worked for me some time ago. He's not dangerous, not to you anyway.
Well, as if I'm muttering to myself now into my cocktail, as if I was scared.
Yeah, and sorry.
Sorry, I think we will be picking up on the slight insecurity there. Trying to reach out and be like, that was really great of you how you handled this Anta guy. Like, thank you very much. Like, I don't know what came over me, but I didn't feel like I was in control, and that really helped me. Thank you.
My real power of darkness has always been rudeness, so I was happy to bring it to bear.
Do you maybe want to reveal your heart, since you're already having a heart-to-heart?
Sure. Is that oh yeah, sure. Why not?
It's a basic move that you can use to get bonds or clear conditions, or even mark XP.
Cool.
Or clear rune.
Let's try and do that. I guess that's more from my side, so I'm going to do that, right? So what do I? So. I also can spend a darkness token.
Yes, you always can.
I feel like I have some to spend. Sure. I'm gonna spend 1 and add the 7.
Something interrupts or undermines the moment, a dire warning, consequence, or an aspect of the mystery itself. The keeper will tell you what happens next. Or do you want to spend a bond?
Can I spend a bond on Rhydian's roll?
I mean, I don't think so, because it's...
Yeah, fair enough.
It's their role, not yours.
The weird one is, obviously, this is another one where I could spend another bond with Lady Baptiste to gain it again. Which is odd.
But you could also get XP, or clear condition, or mark a ruin.
True.
So I guess the question is, do you want to exchange a bond for condition, ruin, or XP? Or do you want to just go with what interrupts the moment?
Give me a sec. Wait. Oh, why am I so indecisive? Let's spend the bond anyway, just to have a little, which means 0 with Lady Baptiste, which is it's in this way, in the mechanical sense, it doesn't make sense to be spending the bond with, unless, of course, I could spend it with spend the one I have with the darkness, which would also fit.
You could, which would be very interesting as well.
Or the one with Lord Oberyn.
Yeah.
Like, sure. I mean, I feel like narratively it would make sense-ish, that it's like, what do you think makes sense?
Depends on what you want to narrate. Like, you in any case, you would narrate some little vignette that tells us about your history with either Lady Baptiste, Lord Oberyn, Nia, or with the darkness. The darkness being you getting closer to become a harbinger.
Yeah, I think I'll spend the one with darkness. That makes more sense to me.
Okay. What are we learning?
What are we learning, though, is my question. So a vignette, sorry, can you say that again, please?
Yes, of course. I think I even still have the page in the book open. Let me just quickly look it up. Then I can tell you right from the source. PCs can gain bonds with what the darkness demands of you. This bond works a little different from the rest. When a PC spends a bond with what the darkness demands of you, they describe how they are coming closer to becoming a harbinger. The spent bond still adds +1 or -1 to the roll, but represents a moment where the PC comes closer to the edge of the abyss. This can look like the summoned pushing themselves, and for a moment their skin becomes unbreakable, bringing them closer to the demand to despair as an immortal. Or the shade sends out a wave of death energy that for a brief moment shows every ghost haunting the area and aligns with the demand to break the veil between the living and the dead. And if I may pitch something, your two what the darkness demands of you are to meet my cruel maker or to empower the harbingers of the apocalypse. Lord Oberyn is a harbinger class monster, and
Maker.
and possibly your cruel maker. So you could narrate something where what oh sorry, I have so much background noise. I'm gonna mute my mic for a second.
I couldn't hear any background noise.
Neither could I.
Oh, okay, it's just driving me crazy, but if you can't hear it, then all the better, and I'll just power through it. Okay, so what are we trying to do? We're trying to review your heart. You are trying to to talk with Lady Baptiste and tell her how her decisive action inspired you, and she was doing something that you couldn't, and you kind of were maybe a bit too timid. And something is in danger of interrupting or undermining the moment. And now you tap into the darkness and gain that little bit of energy, power you need to really get your emotions through. So what I'm thinking, what might be fitting, is that as something is interrupting you, and I will come to what that is in a second, you just force the conversation. You force Lady Baptiste to hear what you're saying, even as she is being interrupted. How does that sound?
Sure, but I also have a thought about, I guess.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I haven't. My problem is always with the vignette, and I'm like, well, I don't really have a memory, but I have an idea about certainly what could be conceivably a thing that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not very good at this.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Neither am I. What is the idea?
So I think, well, we was already quite open about the whole, they were feeling like they were not in control of themselves in the presence of this guy, and they still don't really know exactly what that bond was, but it's one of their deepest fears is to sort of not have this kind of control, and basically unwillingly or unknowingly empowering forces beyond their knowledge, maybe. And this felt like a very, one of those moments where they just didn't have it in them to.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Mm-hmm.
Stand. And maybe, we could retcon the fact that maybe their features changed slightly at that time, they were flickering in between.
I love it.
What they normally look like, and maybe, a more sort of Fae-like with maybe sometimes little antlers coming, sprouting up and then kind of disappearing again, etc. And when Lady Baptiste interrupted with this, very lovely rude remark, it kind of shook that, it gave them enough pause, and sort of also the ridicule helped kind of empower them a bit to take control. Yeah.
So that's really lovely. What happens? Do you grow closer? Does Lady Baptiste soothe your heart, or have they taught you something important, or did they give you hope?
I don't know. How does Lady Baptiste react?
I think that she'll be a little uncomfortable with this gesture of warmth and intimacy, and try and make a joke of it and say something like, "How am I to maintain my harsh, cold exterior if you're going to be so warm and lovely, Rhydian?"
All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, you know what I mean. I'll try and I'll try and not get as soppy the next time, so you could retain your image, your reputation, and sort of with a smile.
But my
Okay.
intention is that is like an acknowledgement of the emotional moment and a little tenderness from Lady Baptiste. Partly because if I choose to deepen the connection further, I can choose one too.
Exactly. So I think I would like to. Do I want to? This is the question. I feel like it could be you grow closer, or it could be they taught you something important.
I think you just got to choose based on the mechanical benefit.
I know.
That's
I don't know what is the better outcome.
Between what?
I was thinking, so you grow closer would make sense, but also they taught you something important would also make sense. That,
Yeah,
sometimes
I mean,
ridicule can really
yeah.
help with,
So,
disenchanting somebody.
so if you choose you grow closer, then basically you came out net zero. I mean, no, you didn't. You don't. You spent a bond with the darkness and gained one with Lady Baptiste. So you shifted a bond in effect. And then Lady Baptiste can, as Shane said, can deepen the connection further, and they can get something out of that as well. If you choose the XP, then you net lose a bond with the darkness, and you gain an XP. But the thing here is in this game is that there is a finite amount of XP you can get, because at some point you will have taken all your XP advances, and you will have to change your playbook. Although you don't have to take it, that is explicitly in the rules. You're not forced to change your playbook, but there's nothing else to do at some point. You can outlevel here. So then the question is, how quickly do you want to do that?
Gotta go with XP for now,
Mm-hmm.
since we still have a bond.
Fair enough. Then mark your XP.
Cool.
I am also going to mark XP for having learned something about, how Rhydian feels.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Mm-hmm. So, okay, you sit down. Are you sitting next to the guy, or are you sitting a bit away?
A bit away.
Mm-hmm. Then I think he will ignore you more or less, and will glance at Lady Death now and then. And while you're waiting for what's
Augustina.
her name? Augustina. No, let's play it differently. Augustina at some point comes in, also sits down, orders a beer, and is like, yeah, that's a nice bar, isn't it? So what happened
Oh, well,
after you left?
sorted out the problem with the little doggy.
Oh, good.
Won't be bothering anyone. How's your friend?
Well, he's in the hospital, and they say he will be okay. I guess he has been through worse. But yeah, that was not cool. I thought I had left that behind, kind of attack.
If you're gonna stick a sword through all of the friends that I introduce you to, then I have a lot of people that I'd like you to meet.
Are they all volatile psychopaths?
She thinks about that for a second. More or less, yeah.
Oh, then there will be some sword stabbing.
That's really unfair to Nia, who feels a bit protective here.
I mean, she did break the orbital bone of a friend of mine.
I mean, granted, she did overshoot the mark, but she was just trying to protect me, and
From
I'm sorry
what?
for my role in
Like,
this.
that is Pao is one of the most gentle people I know. How was he a danger?
It was not about a physical danger. It was about, protecting my reputation.
She looks at you, and you can see that she is deciding to let it go. And it's like, okay, so you wanna enjoy yourselves a little bit?
Indeed. And
Just
I
a sec.
think we've
No, go ahead. Sorry.
gotten like a whole carafe of some slightly chilled Rioja because I'm assuming it's summer. I don't actually know. If it's not summer, it's just regular.
It is summer. Hmm.
Slightly chilled Rioja, and it's like, pouring it out for
Yeah,
everyone.
absolutely. I'm just gonna quickly have to leave for the bathroom. I'm gonna be here. Gonna be back in a second, she says, and gets up and goes to the bathroom. And a little bit later, the guy with the sunglasses also goes in the same direction. And Lady Death is like,
Rhydian, Death is being a little weird. I think I should go check on Augustina.
Okay, cool. Do you want me to hold the fort, or should I come with?
Yeah, maybe just mind our seats. If you hear anything explode, I probably could use some backup.
Cool.
All right, I'm sure it's fine. Death's just being quite melodramatic tonight.
And I'm going to take some darkness tokens because I think Ree's being very introspective as they are looking into their wine glass.
yeah. So, excuse me. As Lady Baptiste goes to the back room, you catch, quote unquote, Antonia as she is like pocketing a little pill jar, and the guy with the sunglasses is also pocketing something, probably a little money, and is making his way to the men's restroom. And Augustina is on her way back.
So I think that she bought some drugs from this guy.
Sounds reasonable.
Augustina, just hold on for 1 minute.
Yeah.
I follow the guy into the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
and what will I do? I mean,
are you that much of a square? That much of a narc?
I'm not going to turn him over to the police. I'm thinking about whether to decapitate him.
Sorry, what?
I didn't.
Sorry, what if it's flower seeds in the bottle?
Yeah, whatever it is. So I think that I'm just gonna grab this guy and throw him through a wall.
Okay. Sure.
Well, actually, sorry. Since I don't have a physical body, I'm gonna command the shadows to throw this guy through a wall.
Sure.
I assume is unleash the dark.
Is it? Yeah, I would say for now it is. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So this has not worked for me a single time this session, but I'm going to try 2d6 plus 2 again.
If at first you don't succeed.
It's a 7. So
Wow.
a bond will get me to an 8. I definitely don't want to look bad in front of this guy, so I am going to spend a bond here. I think it makes sense that I spend my bond with Augustina, since I'm worried that this guy is trying to kill her somehow.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me.
So
what do you choose?
That means I wield the darkness with control and ease. So I get past his defenses and inflict a condition. And gain the upper hand for now. So I think, what I think that looks like is that, he's thrown, he's held down by the shadows. I can stand over him. I'm in a advantageous position. He's a bit vulnerable.
Mm-hmm. Let me just quickly think what kind of condition that might be.
Can I hear this?
I think, that is like you hear the boom.
Would this be the kind of noise that would already make me go, ooh? Is this what Lady Baptiste meant, or
what? Excuse me?
Well, since Lady Baptiste was like, I might need help if you hear an explosion. I mean, I didn't hear an explosion, but
Yeah, but you definitely heard a big, old, loud thump. And go ahead. Sorry.
We might.
I was just thinking loud.
Go and investigate, rush toilets and go Lady Baptiste. Sort of first, probably looking into the ladies.
Hi, Rhydian.
What's going on?
So, Sorry, Shane. What was the second thing that you chose after the condition?
It was gain the upper hand for now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you throw him into the wall, and like some bricks come loose with him, and he falls down. And I mean, you probably gathered from the little embers through the sunglasses that he's not entirely mortal, so you did not pull punches, and you didn't have to because he's just immediately like getting back up. No, he's not, because you gained the upper hand. He is like lying there and is just looking at you, and he looks quite surprised about this unexpected attack, and is lying there on the floor, not hurt, but puzzled, and seemingly a bit at a loss of what to do now. And you can see, just for driving home the theme, that behind the tiles that got loose, of course, there are little saplings sprouting. And then Rhydian comes in.
So I'm going to say to this guy, we have a mutual friend, and I haven't met any of her other friends before, so it's quite an unusual situation. And I just want to make sure that you haven't given anything that I wouldn't like to my other friend, who I saw you give a bottle of pills to. So I just want you to explain the situation. I would prefer not to make your relationship with our mutual friend any more intimate than it already is.
He sits up and is sitting like cross-legged and looks up at you and says, "You have a relationship with death, don't you?" I think we have more than one mutual friend. I sold her what she wanted, and that's all there is to it.
Is she going to die soon? Is she going to die from what you gave her?
I don't know. I'm not a Reaper anymore. You gotta ask Death. And Death is like shrugging.
Rhydian, I'm finding this guy really annoying. Do you think it would be inappropriate to kill him here?
I think Rhydian is going to try and dig below the surface once more, because Rhydian has very little in terms of physical abilities.
As you said, should we try and kill him? He's taking off his dark sunglasses, and you see like his eyes are just like pure fire, like leaking out of his eyes, and he doesn't seem scared by that proposition. But Rhydian, please make your move.
Yeah, I would like to do a "you can't hide your heart from me" move once.
Of course.
Yeah, let me check. How many do I have to spend?
Oh, you have 5 darkness tokens.
Yeah.
Which, yeah. It's just that if you end the move with, like, you should spend at least 1, because if you don't, you will end them with torn between, where you are torn between your monstrous nature and your humanity. That happens when you end a move with 5 or more darkness tokens.
Fantastic. That would also be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But let's go and, well, I was going to spend some anyway. Let's go ahead and spend 2 again, because this has been going so well. And yes, of course, we get an 11.
On an 11, their mind bleeds into yours. Choose one or the above, and they will choose one to ask you as well. Do you want to spend a bond, or do you want to take that?
Let me think. I don't know. Do I even have any bonds to spend that make any sense? I don't feel like I do. Let's just take it. Why not?
Okay.
I don't really want to get a bond with this guy, though. Okay, anyway. So I get to ask one, right?
Uh-huh.
Shit, what do I want to ask? What are you hiding?
Good one.
That is a good question. What is he hiding? I mean, specifically, what is he hiding from you? Since you already know that he's dealing drugs?
I don't know if it's drugs.
I mean, Lady Baptiste has deduced that, and that is right. So that's not something that he feels he's hiding from you anymore. That's all out in the open. Oh yeah, yeah. Actually, there is in the description in the adventure there is a line. He won't deny this thing, but he won't answer deep questions about it, except perhaps to a last. And I think this is very fitting. So what he is hiding is that he is no, let's not take that. What he is yeah, I got it. What he is hiding is that he has a deep sense of ennui that comes from having been alive for far too long and not being able to die. And he usually, like, this is the surface emotional makeup that you get, is that he is kind of, relaxed and friendly dude. But if you get under that surface, which you're doing right now, you get this deep sense of emptiness and boredom and of being over everything that he doesn't let people see, usually. Now he asks you something, and I think this exchange maybe happens in the space of you both locking eyes in the space of a second or two, and I think he is mostly interested in what do you wish would happen.
I don't know if this is a cop out, but I think Rhydian at the moment just wishes that they could have a fucking relaxed night of having drinks with their friends and not being drawn into these situations all the time.
That's cool. And now the keeper tells you how their heart is corrupted by your power. I think the corruption of his heart is that he I just have this like a negative way of corruption in my mind, is that like by being seen for the first time in years, maybe decades, maybe centuries. And that is the corruption. Yeah, that works. Is that he has a glimmer of hope that was just ignited in his heart, and that is even worse than this total ennui.
Fascinating. And now I've gained a bond with him.
Mm-hmm. And and like this happens, and he like you see this in the shape of his posture, that he was ready for a fight, and then him and Rhydian lock eyes, and he relaxes, puts on his glasses again, gets up, and is like, look, I didn't start this fight, and
I think I will look to Lady Baptiste and go like, listen, I think you'll do him a favor, so maybe just leave it alone. Maybe can we just chill?
And we're ruining Giancarlo's bathroom for no good reason. Why can't we just have a drink, eh?
We're not drinking with you.
It's fine, you can drink by yourself.
Well, I'm going back to the bar. This has been lovely.
All right.
And then he looks at you, Rhydian, and it's like, you wanna go somewhere else?
I'm not sure that. No, I'm out with my friend over there right now, so maybe another time.
Sure, I get it. Let me just because he is just that old and old-fashioned. He just pulls out a little notebook, and with a pen that he also has in his pocket, writes up an address for you, and just puts that in your hand. It's like, I don't want to cause any more tension. I think I'm going to go somewhere else. Have a good night.
Yeah, thank you. You too. Sorry for
and
that.
Leaves.
And
it's like, ciao, Giancarlo, and the bar guy is like, ciao, and then he leaves.
Yeah, I'll just pocket the address and wander back. Hopefully, finally have a drink and peace.
Augustina is like, as you come back, Lady Baptiste is like, what happened there?
I didn't like the way he looked at you.
I don't need I need you to protect me.
I saw that with Mia earlier. Are you going to share, or is that just for you?
Yeah, sure. And he opens the pill bottle, and it is the same vibrating seeds that you found earlier in Pau's. I mean, you haven't seen them actually. It's yeah, like they look like sunflower seeds, and they're strangely vibrating. And she's like, "That is really the good shit." And she pops two with a swig of beer,
Rhydian's
and
like, what are
visibly
they?
relaxes. Huh?
Rhydian's like, what are they? Because Rhydian found those in the possession of the guy who'd disappeared, I think.
Oh, I didn't think of a good drug name.
One of our keys. So like, Rhydian will feel like, what is this stuff?
She let me just quickly think about what they might be called, because they seem to be a returning thing. It's just what is bliss in Catalan? Question mark is oh yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's spelled dicha, Dicha, and apparently means meaning great happiness or good fortune.
Okay.
So, like apparently a poetic or literary way of phrasing that.
Well, Lady Baptiste is also taking two.
I really want to know what they are. What I've never seen these kinds of drugs. Like why are they vibrating?
So oh, it's already 21. Let's wrap it up. So they're definitely biological in nature. They are really just some sort of seeds. This vibrating property is a bit odd, yeah. And as Lady Baptiste pops them, I'm going to tick the next doomsday clock, and that will be the cliffhanger.
I'm seriously torn between Reed just wanting to like understand what's up with this and just following suit, or feeling like shit, do I need to be like the what's it called, sitter here? Like
the designated driver. If you take them two, they won't be two doomsday clocks. It's just one. And it's the monster, that is you, Lady Baptiste, has a moment of bliss and sees through the world to a place where they can be free, loved, or safe. What is this place that you see, and how does it make you feel?
She's being free, loved, or saved. I don't know. I guess maybe that she imagines a moment of like domestic contentedness, like not quite like 50s housewife, but like picket fenced domestic happiness, sharing a house in the suburbs with Rhydian, and is overwhelmed with horror at this lovely image.
Do we want to go into full hallucination territory, or is that more a thing of you feeling this intense familiarity with Rhydian, and you feeling like you're at the place where you're supposed to be? Like this is your behind the door, behind the like in Germany we would say Hinterhofkneipe, like the bar around the corner, and that you know this familiarity thing, or is it like a full blown vision? What do you think?
I don't think it's really like a hallucination. Maybe just like what's actually happened. So I don't think it was quite what I said. Lady Baptiste has just gotten so high that she suddenly realized that she's in love with Rhydian. I think that's what's happened.
That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
What did you say? I just lost.
I said that Lady Rhydian has gotten so high that she's suddenly realized she's in love with Rhydian.
Oh my God. Can I just say, I'm sorry. I know we're like almost out of time, but I just read the thing about how one of the questions the Fountain can ask is, what don't you realize you know? Which, yeah. And then it says you could draw a line between a key and a facet of the mystery, which is obviously the part of this move again. And because these are the pills, the seeds that we also found, which is a key, I was like, wouldn't this be the perfect time to do this? Even though it is 5-2. But yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I'm new to this, so.
yeah. So
So
what we can do,
pretty hard
because,
stop.
what?
I'm get a pretty hard stop. I'm gonna have to leave in about 5 minutes, like pretty
Cool.
sharply.
Okay, then I will just, Sina, leave you with that as a thing to think about for next time.
Yes.
You can totally do that. However, I will say that you can only choose one of the effects, and you already chose the "What are you hiding" thing.
Oh, that would be a new move, basically, because it was on another person anyway, right?
Oh, you want to play "You Can't Hide Your Heart from Me" again?
Yeah, I guess. Well, but anyway, we don't need to
Okay, have a think.
work this out right now.
We'll talk about that next week.
Yes.
And finish up for now. Quick lines and veils if you have them. Stars and wishes, of course, not lines and veils.
My star is just that we got pretty chaotic this time. It was nice to, not be too worried about the mystery. I do worry that we've doomed all of Barcelona, but it's probably fine.
I don't know. My star was just, yeah. I mean, I guess the chaos and the fantastic little lines that Lady Baptiste comes out with, I do really love them. It's just very, very fun, and yeah.
Yeah, my star. Even I don't think it was all a really really good session, and I'm not gonna waste time thinking about stars when you have to leave in 4 minutes. But rather, I will quickly voice a wish, 2 wishes. One is that, but I think that is going to happen naturally anyway next time, that we move towards the solution of the mystery. We already have 6 clues. So you would roll with plus 0. But of course, you can also spend the next session gathering more clues. But then towards the end, I think we should start solving it. Also, it's probably good to not when Gervin's wieder is back to just put him in front of a already solved mystery. And a different wish I have is just Shane. I've been noticing that I've been playing a lot to Rhydian and Nia, but that is just the nature of this mystery and this harbinger that I have in mind. My wish is that you bear with me. There will be other mysteries that are much more tended towards Lady Baptiste.
I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. I'm very happy with the amount of spotlight and the way it's working.
Okay. Then I'm glad to hear that. Then I'll see you next week. Bye.
Cool.
Unless you have anything else to share.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thank you.
Do we do this thing? Sorry, can I just ask you? Well,
yeah,
sorry.
Of course.
Do we do the XP stuff at the end of the session?
I just forgot that. Let's do that for you, and I will just quickly put it in the chat for Shane. They know how to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Shane,
I'm
we've
the person who needs all the help.
got XP. Feel free to do it by yourself. Otherwise, we can do it first thing next session. Okay, and you and I, we can quickly do it for you.
Sure. So, is this okay? So the impulse thing, I feel like.
Have you done that? Did you use emotions or memories of another to create a cool advantage?
Well, I feel like I did, or I tried to, certainly with Oberyn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that counts, but
that is your choice.
Let's go with.
Okay, then mark 1 XP or 1 ruin.
Sorry.
Then mark 1 XP or 1 ruin.
Oh, I get to choose that?
Mm-hmm.
Fascinating. Let's go with ruin, because why not? Okay, now unmark. Okay.
And then the end of session questions. Did you express your monstrous nature and or express your humanity? If yes, mark 1 XP.
I would say so.
Yeah. Okay.
In several instances, I would say. Did I learn something significant about myself or my impending ruin? I would say so. Yes.
Mm-hmm. What did you learn?
Well, with Oberyn, the whole connection, and that there is that apparently I have this bond, and that Also, apparently, there's another connection between me and Nia in the form of the Hound. So yeah, I think that would definitely fit.
Absolutely.
Did I
Okay.
learn something significant about a fellow monster? Well, I think yes, because again, the Hound and Nia. And also the fact that, yeah, Baptiste seems to be very, very possessive of Lady Death.
Yeah.
And then
And then
the
did you
other
uncover at
one,
least one key of the apocalypse or attempt to unlock Doom's door?
I don't know what that means. Oh, is that
Go-
finding a key?
yeah,
Did I find a key?
I don't think so.
No, I think only Lady Baptiste did.
Lady Baptiste, so that if you don't, then you need to mark one ruin.
Hang on. Right.
So, and I see that you are just 1 XP shy of an advance. Do you want to maybe mark XP instead of ruin for your impulse?
Well, I mean, I guess since we're just about getting extra extra moves or whatever, sure, why not?
Okay.
Cool.
So then we can go down to the XP advances and starting in N44, and you can select one.
Wait. What did you say? Which 44?
N44 XP advances.
All
and then
right.
you can check one.
Playbook move, division move from another playbook. Sure. Do I need to decide that right now, or should I just tell you later?
You don't need to decide that right now, but I'm just quickly going to tell you about the way this keeper works. If you select, let's say, take a new playbook move, then there to the left, the field becomes visible. Where it now says, please take a new playbook move to unlock, and when you then check it, it becomes visible.
Okay, cool. And same thing with the division one.
And the one from the another playbook.
Exactly. Okay. Well, I mean, Okay. Well, because then I will just have a little look at them because indecision is my middle name or something. I need a moment. I don't want to waste your time. But cool. I will have a look.
Have a look.
And yeah.
See you on Monday then, right?
Oh, I guess my other star was also just for your scene setting, and it was just very evocative. I just wanted to mention that as well.
Thank you. See you on Monday, right?
Oh yes, Monday, indeed.
Yes.
See you Monday.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Bye.